Now, Stronghold is a series that's been near and dear to my heart. Why? It's because you gotta be a fucking loser to play these games. Building castle, doing nothing with your life. But I recently came across Stronghold Crusader 2 again, and although it's nice, it's definitely better with the Reshade graphics. Check it out. It really brings a lot of life and vibrance to it. Plus, it's got this depth of field effect. It's super cool, and it just looks like almost like an isometric look, I guess you'd call it. But yeah, I mean, revisiting this game is always fun, and it's a shame that they've been so lacking in gaming with the castle building genres. But look at how much more vibrant and alive it looks like when you turn on the graphics. Now, it will take a little hit to performance, as Reshade tends to do at times. It'll definitely affect the way the game plays, but overall I've found it's almost like an HD remaster, I would call it. And that's the greatest thing about Reshade. I mean, sometimes Reshade doesn't really amount to much, and sometimes it kind of fucks with it. But any game within the year, say, you know, like 2005 to 2015 to 16, I mean, there's a time in gaming when games just didn't look as good, and there's like lens flare. Sometimes you find a little bit of noticeable glitchiness with not only the game its fucking self, because the game it's a little glitchy, but with the Reshade graphics engine itself. But I mean, it really looks good, and it's just pure eye candy when you look at it. And I've included the link to my Reshade presents down below, so if you wanted to get it and get back into Reshade, into Stronghold, now's a better time than ever to do it. I mean, the game itself is fine. I mean, it's a really good castle crusade simulator. It has all the formula of your Stronghold games. There's been a bunch of them. They're all been definitely, some are better than the others. But Crusader, you know, you got a bunch of DLC. There's the base game. In terms of buying it, I highly recommend it. I love the Stronghold series of games just because I love medieval culture and societies, and you're in for a good time if you're a devout Stronghold fan. There's even physics in the engine, you know, stuff like that. There's big battles that you can have. There's a little bit of annoyances, I mean, with these kinds of games, but overall you're in for a very good sandbox simulator. You can download workshop mods, that's always good. And this is just the icing on the cake. Getting back into it is, if you get Reshade, you're in for a beautiful new coat of paint, and that's kind of the beauty of Reshade. That's what Reshade gives you, is that it's pretty decent. Reshade will work, but you just gotta tweak your things. I really like the magic HDR. That's always good, and you'll have to pay. You know, there's fucking DLCs always for this shit, but there's a few of them. They really don't add too much, and the newer games are okay. I mean, I've always really liked the old school classic formula of Stronghold. I really don't understand why they can't just master that. I mean, castle building is so sweet, to manage your own cities and stuff. And I think if we got a spiritual successor to Stronghold kind of type of game, you know, or Firefly just goes balls to the wall fucking out of and goes crazy on it, I think that, like, I think you could get a really good castle sim. I think you could get a really good Middle Ages kind of castle sim. Is it gonna be a Stronghold game? Who knows? But I mean, Stronghold definitely lays the groundwork of. There's so few of those kinds of games. The feeling of losing everything in Stronghold is one of the challenges. And even just starting a small base and building up, it's really fun. So hopefully we get more fucking castle sims, because fucking nerds like me love this shit.